Feature Friday.
The freshest.
So we've done that a video of SM vocals sort of through time, and we saw the evolution of many bands and kind of the impact of many groups since the beginning of K-pop, like the TVXQs in SM, right? And one of the groups that have kind of really come together, even though they are essentially the most experimental K-pop group in the world, NCT, they're really, really good singers.
Commercially speaking, yeah, they are really good combo of experimental and very successful commercially.
Yes.
And at the same time prioritizing vocals over everything else, which is quite the tough
the evidence
thing
to me, it's
their R&B tracks.
yes, it's in the B-sides, and it's also in their live performances. Now you guys obviously know how much we like NCT, and I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be asking, oh my god, where's the Dingo reaction? I think we will, again, with this type of videos, because they're so long, and you don't want to rush through them, because I feel like so many people kind of rush through them just to kind of get them out, but we'd like to go so in depth. And
because there's so many awesome things about these videos that is just a shame to just brush over.
We'll probably do it in a podcast. We will announce when that podcast is coming up soon. But let's have a look at this video that you guys have sent over, which is NCT, well, the title is, NCT being Vocal Kings, and not just 1 to 7, but I presume all of NCT subunits. Let's give it a watch. Disclaimer, this video will be heavily biased towards vocalist members.
Fair enough.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Marker! He's very good, Doyoung.
They are doing his own. Yeah, sure, buddy. The vascularity.
It's funny, it is interesting how vascular he is, even though he's not the muscular. Yeah, he's very vascular, but not very muscular.
Nice. Yes, sir.
Unreal, this guy.
Baby, yes. He's so unnecessarily good.
Ew.
Bro, baby, breathe. Woo. Woo.
Again, there aren't many groups, there aren't many singers in the world that can operate in a group manner that can create this kind of quality.
Without over singing on top of each other, which I think it's the key element of it all. Because you can have amazing vocalists that have incredible ranges, and you put them together in a group, they will not work.
It's really difficult.
They just won't.
this doesn't just happen by accident. I think, of course, for them that might, people might overlook that because they are a group, and they are very used to working in a group dynamic. But vocally speaking, it's still very hard to do and understand, because also there's so many extraneous variables that people don't speak about that happen on the day, that happen prior to shows, things that only they know.
Correct. And they have to balance off of each other's energies on stage. And that's something that really difficult to do.
Here's something as well that I think you should put into perspective, kind of what goes on behind the scenes about this. Of course, now we're kind of starting to get in that kind of privileged position, thanks to you guys, of learning from the people on the inside. And they kind of confide in us, and we talk and stuff like that. And when these guys go on stage just like this, and you see them perform, I guarantee you, or a lot of the times, your favorite performances, they weren't 100% there. There's so much shit going behind the scenes.
Yeah,
probably
right.
One of them was ill. The other one lost his voice. The other one is like...
and there's so many minute details that play such a huge role into the one's performance. Like maybe the suit was different last time to the fittings that they originally decided.
They feel
maybe
weird
the positions,
that they...
Maybe the positions in which they're set is different to what they had originally intended. The version might have been completely changed from when they last rehearsed until the moment they have to go on stage. stage.
The in-ears are finicky. Things sometimes sound different in rehearsals, and then they sound completely different on shows.
All minute things that will change the way that the performer will behave on stage. And the fact that they come out sounding this great, it's actually astronomical.
So if you ever looked at a performance and you think, wow, that's like a 10 out of 10. No, that was like a 15 out of 10. That's like a 20 out of 10. Yeah. Because there was so much shit going on behind the scenes that no one ever knows about.
And if it went right, dude, and if it went right and they're satisfied with it, that's a 20 out of 10.
Yeah, that's also rare. Yeah.
That's like, you know? Oh, I love his mouth modulation. Of course.
Welcome to NCT.
He's back. Singing in Indonesian, yeah.
I gotta say, if you've never heard Indonesian music or the Indonesian music scene,
please do. They got some beautiful ballads. I mean, they got some of the coolest voices that we've ever witnessed.
Dive into the Indonesian ballads. You know, you'll be blown away.
Tulus, anything Tulus,
Chakra Khan,
Ichitaf. She is
Judika,
severely underrated. I freaking love her though.
Isayana.
Novia Batchmid.
Yes. The thing is, like, Novia at the moment is doing really commercial stuff.
Oh, but listen
but
to her really covers and stuff. Yeah. She's brilliant.
Oh, wow, they pronounce it beautifully. Sounds so cool.
You see, what I like about Doyoung, though.
Chintaku!
You know, it's...
Apologies, what was that?
What I love about Doyoung is his mouth modulation. He does this thing where he only uses like the corner of his lips to kind of like open up the edges of the sound itself, so creating even more of a rounder sound right towards the end of the singing phrase. Creates this really cool resonance at the back of his mouth, so lifting the soft palate. But if you see, he has like these little like corners on the tip of the mouth that they kind of open slightly, and they create this really cool resonant thing. Also, his lips are really prominent forward, so that creates this really cool warm sound effect, and I just love that. Again, that's so personalized that I don't think if you studied it and broke it down and tried to replicate it, it would sound the same to you, because it's something so personal.
Unique,
it's like
not uniform.
It's his own singing mannerisms, but it's also very attractive to look at because it's just like the corners of his mouth. It's like a tiny smirk. It's so cool. I really like that. I love this song, by the way.
Not higher than my grades.
Yeah. Okay. On air audio.
Yeah, okay. This is a really cool moment. When they kind of make these
choices.
Specific decisions, I guess, choices for this style of shows. They're very unforgiving and very raw. I guess that's why they've become so sort of popular, but also so kind of
unforgiving.
Yeah. Important to have them though. Same as these moments.
Yeah. Hello,
Jaehyun is actually a really, really good singer. I know, I guess his personality is a bit relaxed, you know, quite, but he's fucking unreal.
Oh, yes. Woo. Okay. Oh, in a moment.
No matter how far, if life is a movie, oh, you're the best part.
Fucking hell, he's really carrying him.
Campfire chill out sesh, but a moment.
Whistle. I love that one. Wow, he's
So
unreal.
Cantonese, Chinese sounds so cool in ballads, unbeaten.
Here's the other thing about these shows, Chinese shows. So we're diving into the Chinese music industry as well in different platforms, because in China things work a bit differently. And I gotta tell you something, dog.
My God.
The Chinese singing music
What
shows.
do they put in the water there?
Holy guacamole. And it's
Wow.
like, it's not just about like the singing, it's like a whole
It's a
thing.
whole show,
You
right?
arrange, you create, and you have 24 hours on. And it's like, oh my God. And they
it's
come out with
mad.
stuff like, everything is so slick looking.
Yeah,
Like,
why is everything so
they're so tech forward and stuff. It's unreal. It's really
It's
a
incredible.
good experience, yeah, to watch.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Interesting how his larynx shift from Korean to Chinese.
I also do think it has to do with the style, how he has kind of like
Evolved.
adapted into like the falsetto-ish, lighter on the weight singing styles that is so popular in Korean ballads compared
True.
to Chinese ballads. They're a bit more chesty in the weight, the way they sing. It's very much resonant in the chest. And in Korean ballads is lighter. They tend to go a little bit more towards the falsetto edge than they do with the full chesty voice. They work in a mixed setting.
Good song.
What a slide. I love the song.
Yeah, what a song.
Oh, this broke me. They were in their feels, okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
agree.
NCT B-sides are insane, dude. Back. I love this show, this performance.
Yeah, he was in his feels.
Never stop, keep breaking out, still working all the time. We gon' fly away.
Also, let's have a moment for these parts of the shows. They're always a little joking
Mad.
around.
Well,
They
actually,
never sound good.
They're always the worst sounding bits, but the most
yeah.
hilarious sections.
They're the best things to witness. Yes, I agree.
For you. 태어가줄 수 있어. 너에게로.
Oh, what song is
Hey,
this?
10. I had never seen this.
No, neither.
Don't you say.
Oh, why?
Damn, that guy's larynx flexibility is unreal.
Sure, dude.
I want more stuff like this. It's unreal.
He really was doing the most with his covers. Yeah.
It's also
yeah,
funny how
yeah.
perhaps because they are so experimental, obviously they, sometimes they do make the tracks, they're involved in production, sometimes they're not, and it's kind of just SM doing what SM does, especially with the concept of NCT. But it is really interesting that when they do come into like the studio, they're obviously directed on the choices that they have to take. I think it was one of the best experiences, like reviewing a video, was like seeing them record Magic Carpet for like the album of Sticker. I think that was the one. So I think maybe perhaps because their musical journey, it's so quirky and bizarre in terms of musical notes that they explore and they traverse while they're in the studio, which would be quite abnormal if you were a pop singer. You're never really that experimental if you're a pop singer. It was only in the case of NCT.
That's right.
Because they are Korean pop, but also they're NCT. Because Korean pop doesn't sound like that usually.
They push boundaries in different ways that only them do. Yeah.
So I guess that kind of has allowed them, for some kind of the most
vocal forward
members to, yeah,
really capitalize on that. I think, yeah.
Expand their knowledge, expand their alternative choices.
I think it also becomes very familiar to them, and then that allows for the choices they make in their own compositions or solo tracks to be so free and experimental too, because they have already been familiarized with the idea of doing the most. I guess.
Yeah, and it's like really bizarre choices sometimes that the track makes them do, but I guess in more appropriate scenarios. Nice.
They're freaking playing around. Why do they sound so good? Yeah.
Big song by Jisoo.
What a song! I love when this happens.
See, that's not a natural progression of things, but because of their songs, that the way they produce, that would be a journey that they would traverse through and they'll be more used to even in an a cappella setting. But that wouldn't be a sort of a song that you would pull out a cappella if you were a normal, like a traditional singer. You would choose the most sort of,
Linear,
melodically linear song.
The simplistic approach. This choreo is so good. You're hearing fatigued larynx, ladies and gentlemen. Those are fatigued. Have a moment for 10. You see, it's chestier, it's more resonant.
This is in Thai.
Very cool.
Oh, fuck me.
Yes, you may. Literally.
I think he's actually
so good.
sometimes
I
it
love
feels
that guy.
unexplored. Like
The lower range of his?
yeah,
Yes, I agree.
and you feel like, oh, wait, what the fuck? Why not? When it seems to be actually one of his strengths.
I also think like that's just the way he speaks as well. Like he's very resonant even in his speech quality.
Right.
So the singing progression is actually quite easy for him.
Yeah. I've said it before. Like
he is so good though. I
he's
would
unreal.
love more of
Jaehyun's
that. Yes, I agree.
Sick.
Everybody sounds crap in this environment. Not them though.
Yeah, his larynx flexibility. Yeah, wow, there's a lot going on in this video. from the lumberjack,
When?
from the wood to the fucking from the fucking Mark shoes and shit. Like the snake looking,
You mean
the
cowboy
the
boots.
cowboy snake holder shoe, you know, that kind of guy. From my nerve little right thing, Johnny doing the fucking pigeon wind dance.
That was Johnny though. Was it Johnny?
Do you want to bet?
Oh sure. Oh, that was good. That's not Johnny.
Oh no, yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah.
Thinking about you, easy too late to tell you that everything is a thing. I can't have you. The church of feeling I'm missing. You know that.
Yeah, this is a whole joke, but it's good.
Let's go.
There he is. Didn't know he could play the piano. And he reads as well.
Wow, that's amazing.
What the fuck is Johnny's background then? He reads and shit.
Well, apparently so.
Yeah, turns out maybe they just says pretend to read. I doubt it though. He probably does.
No.
I like him a lot.
Me too. Listen, I love when
let's
that
just levels
happens
this
in
shit,
real
though.
life.
Yeah.
I love when that happens, when people break into harmonies. They just start singing
look.
and then they all break into harmonies and sing together. I freaking love that, you know, because I come from a musical theater background. That's like the best thing ever. Like when you start singing a song and then the person that you're singing the song with, it kind of like
for
breaks
them.
into. And you're like, yes, sir.
It's the best thing ever for you guys singing.
Yeah,
But it,
cool.
it never sounds that good though. It's always like
People break into
taking the
song,
piss.
you know,
Yeah.
break
and
into song.
and it's weird because it's
Jazz
like
hands.
yeah, it's a lot. It's like the previous video. It's like the previous video where everyone's fucking on crack.
I love
Kind
that.
of like that.
That's my life, bro.
Well, this has always been really fun to kind of do like a deep dive on kind of the vocals of a specific group. So if there's any other specific groups you'd like us to check out, do let us know. And
We will
apart
check
from
them
that,
out.
goodbye.
Goodbye.